It's been a day of bloodbath in the markets. Mirroring a global trend, the Indian stock markets crashed this morning. The BSE Sensex was down 1,240 points or 3.5% and the Nifty fell 369 points or 3.4% during opening hours. Asian indexes tumbled. Markets in Japan, South Korea and Australia dropped sharply. The market crash mirrored massive losses seen in the Dow Jones, which witnessed its worst crash in over a decade. The Dow Jones Industrial Average tumbled 1.175 points or 4.6% to close at 24,345, breaking below the 25,000 level. Japan's Nikkei slipped more than 6% as stocks across sectors pulled back. Automakers, financials and technology names were lower in the morning. So what exactly are the reasons behind this bloodbath in the global and Indian markets? My colleague Sumit Chaturvedi explains.
Well, thanks, Raghavendra. First of all, there are many reasons responsible for this kind of bloodbath seen in Indian markets. But the main one is the US market, where the record fall has been registered, especially in Dow Jones Index, which is down by 1,600 points, the worst fall in history of Dow Jones. So triggered from there, what are the reasons for that? Bond yields and inflation are up in US. While bond yields, when they're up, the money goes from equity markets to bond markets because bond markets are treated as a safe bet than equities. And also inflation is up. That's another negative for market. That's why the bubble of US stock, which was being built up from the last many months, has now come down. And the fresh US wages data has been released. It also shows that inflation could go up. 2 lakh more jobs have been created, because of which the inflation could go up. Another reason why US markets came crashing down, impacting all other markets throughout the world. New US Fed chairman has taken over. Jared Powell is the new US Fed chairman who has taken over, replacing Janet Yellen. And Janet Yellen, she was known to have overall insulated US economy in worst of the time. So Jared Powell, nobody knows how will he be able to insulate US economy or not. That's another reason why overall US markets came down. And as they say that whenever there's a US catches cold, the world sneezes. We have seen exactly that happening today because of US market crash. All other markets across the world have crashed, including India's Sensex and Nifty both. Massive sell-offs has been seen in global markets. That's another reason why the markets came crashing down since the morning today. Sensex opened with a loss of 1,200 points. Nifty also was down. And there was a correction which was overdue in all markets across the globe, especially in India, where they were registering massive gains day after day. And that had to happen Sunday. Today is a terrible Tuesday. We will say that. There's a mood, the low investor mood has been visible in India, especially post-budget. 2 reasons. First, there was nothing special for investors in budget this time. Last week, also, the long-term capital gains, which was announced, that has also played spoil sport for the Indian market. Back to you.
Thank you, Sumit, for those updates.